we are going to talk about the workshop, Awakening the Illuminated Heart. It's a 4-day workshop from April 25th to the 28th. And I just want to start by mentioning it will be an intensive. So it's a deep dive. Be prepared for that. Full days, details on our website. That being said, I want to start with a little phrase from Ron's page, and it says, once you illuminate your heart, it never closes. Ron, can you expand on that?
Whoa, did I say that, actually?
Wow. On your website.
Okay, that's amazing. Oh, it's a wonderful thing to discover this place within. If there's something that we need in the world now, it's empathy and compassion. And that is not something that can be manufactured. If it's not authentic, it means nothing. It has to be authentic. There has to be feeling behind it. And where does that feeling come from? It comes from the heart. Mm-hmm. And so when we have empathy and compassion and we move through life, we can be in relationship with other people, with other aspects of life, with nature. We have the ability to be in resonance with life. Without that, what are we doing? Are we even living?
I would call it existing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I think, what we are working on, moving away from the platform of existence to the vibrancy of living. Mm. And there's something else on your site. It says, the awakening of the illuminated heart experience is designed to assist you in finding the space within you that directly connects you to the resonant source of all life. It exists in a specific place in your body and has been with you since the moment of creation. Everyone has the capacity to reach this space and to create their own island of peace within the chaos. I want to emphasize peace within the chaos. When enough islands are resonating together, a new vibration is reached and a new creation or geometry is formed. So when we go into this intensive, can you explain what's going to happen, the magic that takes place?
We're with a group of people. I don't believe in accidents. I believe the group comes together as part of a big plan. It's not about anything I want. It's about what each one desires and is bringing. And we work together so that there's an element of safety in the room, a feeling of safety which allows the access to the heart. And that is built by everyone there. I'm just one piece of the puzzle. Everyone participates. And that movement, when we do that together, there's a force in that. It is a force of nature. And that force is what allows this movement into the places that you've just referred to. Because this has to be authentic. It can be no other way. And there's no forcing it. It has to be by agreement. everyone participates, and we do it in love.
Speaking of that, we were talking before the interview, and you made a comment that for people to prepare and be ready for what that workshop is all about and ready to show up, you suggested that this book is a recommended read.
Yes, indeed. So if you hold it up again and pull back just a bit so people can see the author as well.
Absolutely.
There you go.
We can create a link to the purchase of this on our website afterwards. Here, I should probably put it even there.
That works. Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I would love for you to tell us a little bit about this book, but I also want you to read a poem that you shared with the author that he used as part of his introduction.
Sure. Okay.
It's a beautiful poem, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to read it. This is, I will say where it comes from. It's coming from the Upanishads from India. And this is the part of the Upanishads called the Chandogya Upanishads. If someone says to you, in the fortified city of the imperishable, our body, there is a lotus, and in this lotus a tiny space. What does it contain that one should desire to know it? You must reply, as vast as this space without is the tiny space within your heart. Heaven and earth are found in it, fire and air, sun and moon, lightning and the constellations. Whatever belongs to you here below and all that doesn't, all this is gathered in that tiny space within your heart.
I think it's so beautiful. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. When you say this workshop is all about participation and safety. So there is a personal benefit from doing this work, and then there's a collective benefit. We were talking earlier, and in order to change things on a collective level, according to Greg Braden, 0.1% of the people need to change their vibration and consciousness in order to affect the entire direction of humanity. But if you pull it back from there and you go back to the personal benefit, what would you say the opportunity for change is, and what kind of shift can people hope to achieve? I don't want to say expect, because this is about what you put in so you get out of it.
Yeah. Well, you really can't separate the two. When you benefit as community, you benefit individually. And when you're in your heart, when you benefit individually, you benefit as community as well. When you have a resonance within, that is what can be shared with others. And that's what life is about. We are here to share. And so I really can't separate the two. They disappear. The difference between the two disappears.
Wow, that is amazing. So I did not know you from way back. Kathy and Jerry did. But what I have come to know and learn is that your work and your workshops are well known and highly anticipated. is it true that you already have people coming from Ontario and Australia to be part of this workshop?
Yes, it's true. Yes.
So I just want to put it out there, and it's not for you to answer. It's just, what does that say? And you don't have to say anything to that comment. It's just my comment.
Mm.
It's probably the validation of why I'm so excited about this.
Mm.
I think that together we can create magic, and we do every time we show up with our heart and our mind ready to do the work. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you one little thing, because when I've been reading this book, there's one thing that keeps coming up that makes me so excited to learn more about it. And it's called Merkaba, I think, if I pronounce it right. And it's about the human light body.
Mm-hmm.
But can you explain that, not too deeply, but just enough to people understand a greater, a bigger concept of what this work is all about?
Okay. Okay, so a long time ago, this is something that everybody had. And then something happened. It's called the fall of man. And what actually happened was an event that almost destroyed the earth. And in so doing, the consciousness on the earth suffered a severe concussion. And there's something about a concussion. What it does energetically to the body is many things, but to the consciousness, it was such a severe concussion, it was like losing our memory. And at that time, we lost our light body. Now, that sounds like a tragedy. But what I'm going to say may sound strange, but this is the truth. We did this on purpose. We agreed to move into the density of consciousness in such a way that we would forget who we are and our relationship to God. And we did that with purpose so that we could experience that, move all the way through it, and then come back into unity and into oneness. And we've done it. We've done such a good job of that. And so all we're doing now is helping people to remember. And when we remember in such a way, we spontaneously activate our light body in our Merkaba. This is the difference in the way this is taught now. Previously, we had to teach it in a way where it was actually activated by the mind. It was the way it had to be. We had to do this gradually in steps. Now it's time to do it so that it happens spontaneously. And so activating the light body is the result of moving into your heart and remembering who you are.
Well, that is a beautiful end to this interview, because that is the work of the Deep Dive workshop.
Deep dive, yes.
I like it.
Good.
And the deep dive doesn't have to be hard work. It's just being willing and open to go all in.
Yes.
And that becomes a deep dive.
How hard is it to be in love?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Ron. I can't wait to welcome you here in Calgary and participate in this work with you. And for everyone else, all the details about both the evening on April 11th with Ron and the workshop are on our website. And I encourage you to go on there. There is a link to Ron's website. So all you have to do is click on it. I've done it so many times. It is beautifully laid out. Go learn, and I would love to see you there. And I bet you I speak for all of us when I say that.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed this thoroughly.
Me too.
Okay.